What's up, everybody? This is Jay, and this Power Book 2 Season 2 video is about Carrie. And did she take herself out, or was it Monet Tejada, and why? Now, I'm going to break down what was going on with Professor Make Me Feel Good, and when she thought that it was hopeless and no way out. But did she do it, or did she get coerced to do it? And then also, I'm going to tell you my thoughts on that and why. And before I do, if you're new, please subscribe, bang that bell, help me get to my goal of 30K subs. Once I get 30K subs, we're going to have a Cash App giveaway of $100. So let's do this. Now, breaking it down, we saw Professor Carrie Make Me Feel Good. She's Gotta Have It has been doing too much. She's first of all talked the girl Lauren into testifying against a murder. Now, Lauren is a college student. She only had a couple pills or whatever found in her room that wasn't hers. She didn't want to be a snitch, but somehow Professor Carrie got involved and ended up talking her into, instead of snitching, she took it to the next level, wearing a wire to set up her boyfriend Tariq and possibly get him put in jail. Now, she is in danger because some people, if the Tejadas find out that she may have been trying to build a case or working on the case, who knows what may have happened. Now, when she confronted Carrie, she was real bold. She was just, telling her, hey, is you the one with the stuff in your room? Nobody put a gun to your head, whatever the case. When she did kind of put the proverbial gun to her head when she told her she was going to tell her pops, her little fresh parents in Bel Air, that she was going to get in trouble for popping pills. And, it seemed that she was spooked. And so she thought she was untouchable. She was doing good. And little did she know that everything was about to fall apart. She ended up putting her business out in them streets that she was freaky with Zeke, and that Zeke was getting a little extra credit on the side. And when Rashad Tate was working there, he had a little soft spot for her between her legs, and he was looking forward to marinating that fish, but he didn't get a chance. But he was playing the role, and he was trying to be a brother that was there to help. And she ended up about to get canceled at the school because the principal found out that she was sleeping around with Zeke and possibly the professor. And so he was saying, you've been with Professor Brian McKnight, Zeke, maybe you shouldn't speak at the memorial. And if it wasn't for Tate being nosy, he bringing back up that taint, because he bringing it up out, the rump roast area, sneaky ass. Anyway, Councilman Taint, he come through listening, eavesdropping. He come through, save the day, playing Captain Save him, and help her to get in there and still do her speech. But the truth was, she wasn't really ready to speak on that. And even though he helped her to get in there, and she went on ahead and proceeded to go in there and try to speak on Professor Brian McKnight life and what happened to him and his tragic passing, it turns out that Lauren damage was done. And Professor, she should have been more aware of what she had. And that was proof to show that she's not really aware of the dirt she was doing. In all the classes, she always trying to get on Tariq and the students about truth or karma and all of this. And it seems that all of the things she was trying to preach, she need to practice what you preach, because she definitely wasn't. And she was there, and next thing you know, while she was speaking, she wasn't even able to get through her speech because people were snickering, talking, laughing. And she was trying to be, really sincere and talking about how big of a heart that Brian McKnight had. But as Bruce Chandra pointed out, the heartbeat that you felt was between them legs. He had that big third thermometer. That third leg was a heartbeat thermometer that she used to feel the pulse, of that one-eyed monster. And, it was a shame to lose such a valuable member of the community. And so, she wasn't able to handle it. It seems that she was falling apart like a cheap suit. And instead of trying to just ignore them and finish the speech and maintain herself, she wasn't able to do it. And that was another, foreshadowing to show she cannot take adversity very well. We never got to hear her backstory of why she was no longer in the prosecutor's office or what happened with her and Detective White Man. But we do see that she wasn't able to handle adversity and that she couldn't take criticism too well. And it seems that all of that got to her, and it seems she had to leave, and that was foreshadowing that she was probably gonna be the one that took herself out and not Monet, because if she couldn't handle this, she definitely wasn't gonna be able to handle what came next. Now, we saw that she did have reasons to live though, because even though she was in there boo-hooing looking like a Medea family reunion part 3, Councilman Tate came in there with the cape ready to save her, with the toilet tissue Captain Save Him cape ready to tear off a piece and wipe your eye, don't cry. And here come this little guy, and he was ready to pick you up and break you off a piece and show you how big his heart was. But she wasn't interested at the moment because she was too busy trying to put the pieces back together and feel like her career was ruined. He told her, hey, I've been in that situation. My career was ruined and I'm here rebuilding now. It's always a chance to rebuild. And it seems that that's something that she overlooked. I said in many of videos that she should have quit this damn job a long time ago, especially when the professor got killed. She should have left instead of trying to stick around and teach these students. Regardless of whether she had tenure or not, she's still a young woman, at most in her 30s, and she still could have worked 20 years somewhere else and had a great career. But instead she stayed and put herself in a position where she felt there was no other options but suicide. And I'm gonna break it down. Now, she ended up working with Lauren and getting her convinced to wear the wire. Tariq got put in jail. She even told Lauren he's the one that did it. He getting what he deserved. She was shocked when Freaky Ricky didn't go. He got out of jail. And not only did he get a bail and get out of jail, he came back to class, which right there is just amazing to me that was even in the script, that this dude not only got out on bail but came back to school. Now he in her classroom, he knows that she helped to set him up at this point, and she got the call from Jenny from the block, and she let her know that Reek heard the convo and that he knows what's going on. So she ended up leaving to go check on Lauren in her room. But I'm surprised Jenny didn't tell her we got Lauren in protective custody. Is nothing to worry about. That would have prevented her from leaving the classroom like she did and trying to go to Lauren's room. That was unnecessary. And what's tripped out is that Tariq, in class with her, noticed everything that was going down and was able to follow her. Or was he thinking the same thing? I mean, that's very coincidental. Maybe he figured she was getting that call to check on Lauren. That's a lot of figuring and guesswork. Regardless of what happened or what they figured, they both ended up in Lauren's room. Now, she was scared as, all hell when she saw Tariq in that room, and she was bold and strong and confident when she was with Lauren. But when Tariq was in there, she was all scared, backed up a little bit, and Tariq had to let her know that Lauren was in danger, but it wasn't because of him. And he said he knew what she did and this, that, and the other. And she kind of clammed up a little bit, which is hard because she normally got that clam open. But she clammed up and she was trying to be protective of Lauren, and Tariq convinced her with a little bit of game, which was surprising. I guess that's why Tariq got 3 a three-peat going right now with the 3 ladies he with. But he was able to talk her into taking the stand instead of Lauren and saying, hey, why don't you testify against me? And she said, well, I'm going to say you did it. He said, that's fine, whatever. But why don't you take the stand instead of her? You say you always there for your students. Let's see what you got. You there for your students? Go there, take the stand instead of Lauren, protect her, and you testify. And so he was able to make her fall for the okie doke. He talked to her, and she was not able to think about the repercussions of if she testified, how she could get picked apart. She used to be a prosecutor. She should have known better. She went there. She tried to testify. Right off top, Davis was able to chop her down and let her know, hey, if this is the case, that you knew about him and you knew about all this, why didn't you speak up sooner? She's in there testifying that she read the book and that she knew that Tariq had something to do with this, and whatever the case, knowing damn well she was lying, and Davis saw right through that and called her a liar right there in court. Jenny gave her a few softballs, but once Davis got on the stand, he had the little black lady in the front, the juror, talk about some, yep, sure is, and let her know, hey, this ain't the only person you got a relationship with. You was sleeping with Professor Brian McKnight. You was sleeping with Freaky Zeke, helping him shoot them free throws. I bet he had them free hoes and getting a little piece of that action. And not only that, you was sleeping with me. And so she was sitting there looking stupid. They tried to say it had nothing to do with the case, but he said, yeah, it does. It's to show character of what you is and how you is breaking rules all the time. And breaking rules is nothing new for you. And she was torn to pieces. And he told her at the end, like, it looks like you better start updating your resume. And it seems that she didn't properly think things out well. Yeah, she was beautiful, and yeah, she was smart, but she was not a quick thinker. And to be a prosecutor, you have to be a quick thinker. They said that she used to be a prosecutor. We don't know what happened, but it seems something happened with her and Davis, maybe, or something. But nevertheless, she was just sitting there. See, what had happened was, and she made herself look like a damn fool. And so it seems that she thought that her whole world was collapsing and everything that she had to live for was gone. Now, what makes people think Monet did it is because Monet did come to visit her. And Monet did say that if I am here coming to see you, if Zeke comes to see you, as long as he has you, he'll never come back to me. And then Monet was bonding with her on a sisterly level, talking about, I lost my whole family. And she's saying, yeah, I lost everything too. I lost my business, everything I work for. She said, yeah, that's because you was fucking Zeke. And so she liked, getting with Zeke because he ain't nothing but a big baby Huey. And it felt like she had the little big child man boy. That's the real man boy that she always wanted. Now, we didn't see the rest of their conversation. She felt that she was without no hope at that moment. And Monet did tell her, as long as you around, he'll never come back to me. Which doesn't make sense. Why would he have not came back to his mom T? He gonna come back to mom T and check it out. He got a lot of questions that's gonna need answers. Maybe it took a while. We see Zeke coming up there to her to her home. And he had been texting her, and the door was cracked open. So he comes into the door, and once he comes inside the room, he sees the sight of his surprise when she was sitting there hanging from the rafters like an old NBA jersey that's been retired. And Zeke was shocked. He was stunned. He didn't know what to do. He had this big look on his face like, uh-oh. What happened? You doing pull-ups? You doing pull-ups? What you doing up there? Oh no, Carrie was my best good friend. And he what's messed up is that the door was open. He touching all on the door. He was texting her. If anything, it's gonna make it look like he did it more than Monet, because the detective white man already thought that they were both working together to take out Professor Brian McKnight. And so we saw her little ashy Larry feet hanging, and her floods. I'm surprised they didn't rule it a drowning, because them floods she had on that step it up high water zone. And anyway, Zeke, he touching all on the door in his big ass onesie, and he's still wearing his onesie from preschool. It still fits, because that's how big he was in preschool. So that big ass green Jake the Snake onesie still fits. What you doing up there? No, I think she hurt herself. Oh no. Anyway, I think that she committed suicide. Some people are saying Monet may have made her do it at gunpoint, but if that's the case, either way you dead, well hell, then pop me. I'm not gonna climb up there and commit suicide. If you gonna shoot me, or that's the other choice. I know what she said and they left it at that. I think maybe she ended up inadvertently talking her into that by feeling more hopeless. And I think that the door was left open by Carrie so that people find her, so that she don't be smelling like a stale fish up in there, and then this is a closed casket. So I think she did that so that she could be found. She didn't know Zeke would be the one to find her, and I think she committed suicide. It's too much to pick up a dead body or a dead weight, or pick up somebody and then hang them. If she would have got hit upside the head and done it, that would leave evidence. Zeke may be strong enough to do it, but not Monet. So I think that Professor Carrie felt hopeless. It's been proven, as I said, that she don't think things through, and that she probably felt hopeless and not rationalizing how much she had to live for, and took herself out. You all let me know in the comments. Put a 1C if you think that she took herself out. Put a 2C if you think she didn't. I'm interested to see y'all comments. Don't forget to subscribe and help me get to 30K subs by the end of this month. I definitely appreciate it. And if you enjoy my videos, go ahead and subscribe. It costs you nothing. If you really one of my fans and support me, go ahead and join the channel membership. When you're a Tommy Egan level or higher, you get to be a part of the Discord. It's almost 70 people in there. We talk, share stories, watch power episodes as well as movies together. I'm in there all the time chatting and talking and getting to know everybody. And it's a really good group of cool ass ladies and dudes in there. And I really appreciate each and every one of them for making it such a cool place. And you can also share your own YouTube and social media information there, as well as many other things. Go ahead and join. It's not expensive. I appreciate you. Also, check out my website. I keep it updated with all type of new information and different things, photos of my journey of what I'm doing through this life, as well as my videos on YouTube. So check it out. Don't forget to subscribe, bang that bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Let's go. Peace. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please hit that like, subscribe, bang that bell, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.